Welcome guys to this section. Now that we are well familiar with basics of Airflow and we also understand how a basic DAG looks like. So I believe from this point, we can start creating our own DAG applications. What I'm going to build next will be a small Airflow application using which we will automate various tasks of our ETL pipeline. So you can consider this section as our first Airflow project. Okay, so first things first, let's get a picture of what our application requirements are. We have a retail store client which has number of store outlets located at different locations. From the transactions happening in various stores, company wants to get daily profit reports on how its stores are performing in the market. As an input, daily we are given a raw CSV file containing the transaction data of all stores. Going through the file, each row in this file represents a single transaction happened in any of the stores. Talking about its columns, store ID, which is unique for each store, then is store location. Please note that in some of the rows, these locations have some unwanted special characters appended with them. Like this has an open bracket, this has some addition sign, exclamation, and so on. So we have to remove these in our job. Next, we have product category of sold product. This electronics, kitchen, furniture are some of the categories. Then is product ID of sold product. Product MRP in dollars. Here also we have a dollar sign before the price. We would need to remove this dollar sign too to perform any mathematical operations on this column. And then this column is the cost price CP, the price at which store bought that product. Discount given on that sale. Second last is the actual selling price SP at which the store has sold the product to a customer, where selling price is MRP minus discount. Last is this date on which that transaction happened. This is a daily data, so this date would be same per file. Now guys, from this data, client wants us to generate daily reports highlighting out of all locations, which location has made the highest profit and also the profit of each individual stores. Fine. So those were the client requirements in their business language. Now talking in context to Airflow, since DAG is all about tasks, let's first break it into individual tasks. Guys, since this is a kind of an ETL application, so if we split the task at very high level, our first task would be to read and clean the input file. Clean as in to remove those unwanted characters from data. Next, we will store the clean file into some database. I will use MySQL. And then from that database table, we will apply aggregations as per client's requirement in form of SQL queries. We have two use cases here, store-wise profit and location-wise profit. The resultant output of this phase we will load into CSV files, and as a last step we will email it to company's email ID, right? Actually this is a high level bifurcation of tasks, but when we write DAG for it, it will include some more tasks for basic validations and file transfers. And yes, please understand, every day we will be receiving and processing the data of its previous day. So if today is 4th December, then we will be getting the transactional data of 3rd December in the input file and processing the same. Cool. So now having our project requirements and architecture clear, let's put ourselves in developer's shoes and start creating the required scripts.